Hi guys, Pastor Tim here. I'm having major computer issues trying to get this video done, so hopefully this will work. 11th, 12th time. Anyways, big idea for this week. Faith. What is faith? Wishful thinking? Is it just blind? Do we just trust, hopefully trust that it's going to be real and true, and we just jump off a cliff and close our eyes and take a deep breath, jump into the darkness? Or is faith something more substantial? Is there more evidence to our faith? So we looked at this big idea. Hope in our culture is just an emotional desire. It's something that we want to see something happen in the future, and maybe it'll come true, but we're not certain. And the example I used was my Chargers. And I have great hope for them. I hope that they win their game. I hope that they make it to the playoffs. It's something that's it's looking into the future, and it's a desire that I have, but there's not certainty. Well, is that biblical hope and biblical faith? No. That's just nonsense. Biblical faith and hope is tied to the certainty of God's person, who He is, and what He says. That our hope and faith is tied to a person and to His character. So when God says something, because He cannot lie, it will come true. If He said it, it's gonna happen. And so we need to dive in and see, what has God said? What do we need to trust Him for as it relates to our lives, as it relates to our future? So the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, great hall of faith where it talks about different men and women in the Old Testament who were justified, made righteous in God's sight because they trusted and they believed in the Word of God. You could take your whole community group and just talk about the different people in the Hebrews chapter 11. Or you can look at the first opening verses where it gives the definition of what faith is. Faith is the substance or the evidence of things, the assurance of things not seen, the conviction. Oh, I got that wrong. Faith is it's the assurance or the substance of things hoped for. There we go. The conviction of things not seen. So some people think that faith then is blind, because if you can't see it, it must not, we must just have a blind faith. In reality, that's not what he's talking about there, the conviction of things not seen. And the Hebrew writers goes right in on Hebrews chapter 3 to talk about the universe. Take a look at the universe. Now, we have never seen God like face to face. But by faith, oh my gosh, this is still doing it again to me too. Let's try reconnect. Oh.